Welcome back to Sunday League Football, and unfortunately I'm here to tell you that this is going to be the last match you're going to see for a little bit of time, maybe like a month or so, but we do have other content coming up on the channel throughout the summer, lots going on behind the scenes at Palmers FC, and to make sure you don't miss none of that, hit that subscribe button, make sure your notifications are switched on as well. Here's a fact, over half of you guys that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed, so do us a favour, hit that subscribe button and help us reach some milestones. We're approaching 200k as it goes. Anyway, back to today. Here's Tony climbing the roof. There should be some sort of health and safety behind this, I'm sure, but the reward was good. Be sure to check out Sunday League Extra if you haven't done so already. Player-wise, I think we're a little bit short once again. Of course, we've roped in the assistance of Lee, who helped us out last week. Plenty of you want him to sign, and I think it's going to happen. I mean, he's in the WhatsApp group. It's pretty much a dead cert. I'm sure a few of you will be asking about Asa, who joined Lee last week. He couldn't make it, but he is also another player that we hope to secure for next season. Our opponents for today look like this. They go by the name of Legends, a Premier side. They won it last year as well. Very, very good side. They've actually been on our case to play us for a long time, so we're now making it happen. So should we find out who's going to go up against this mob today? Let's do that. In between the sticks, we have Jack, ex-Legends keeper. In fact, that's where he came from. We've got a back three of Rich, Dan and Tony. Left wing back, we've got Knowlesy. Right wing back, we've got Scottish. Three in the middle look like this. It's Liam, Elliot and Luke. And then up top today, desperate times, we've got Frank, our goalkeeper, and also Lee, who, like Jack, also spent some time at Legends. Here's the bench, and none of these players are actually here at this moment in time, but they are going to make an appearance at some point when they eventually turn up. Kieran, welcome back, my friend. He's going to make a cameo at some point after dislocating his arm back in April. He's a little bit of a risk, but he's itching to play. We've also got Too Good and Connor on their way, and also Nick, who's not even out of bed at this point. But I can assure you he will be stepping onto the field during this video. But until then, we're going to kick off with this. Looks like we're all ready to go. Shall we do this? Let's do this. So 13 seconds in, we've already given the ball away to number 2, puts it down the line to number 11 on this near side. He looks to get that in, but Dan blocks it, and that's out for the corner. That corner is then whipped in, and nothing comes of it. Moving on, it's number 10 here for Legends, who slips the ball through to number 4 on the edge. He looks to poke it past Jack, but he's there to make the save and stop us from going 1-0 down at early doors. Here's Elliot now on the halfway line, sticking it over the top towards Lee. He's got beyond the defender here, in on goal, but he's sliced his shot there, unfortunately, and Keeper makes a save with his feet. Here's number 10 now, switching over to the far side where number 2 is. Semi-pro, I've been told, as he cuts inside of Elliot here. Hits it from distance with the left. It's a good strike as well. Luckily for us, that's just past Jack's post. Number 2 once again putting it through to the number 11 on this near side. And as he looks to put the cross in once again, Dan's there to block it, and that's out for another corner. Corner once again is sent into the box towards the back post. In fact, 15 gets his head to it. Not enough connection on that, and that is well wide. Goal kick's taken by Jack Long up towards the halfway line. Frank looks to get up there, but it's number 7 that wins the ball. Number 10 looks to bring it down, but Scottish is there to win it off of him. He's got Luke inside, and it's a nice little back heel to Luke as he puts it through towards Lee. Up top for today as he makes his way into the box. He's got no one inside, so he does a little step over, cuts inside of the keeper, hits it, but that is a save off of the line by the defender, and it's out for the corner. Here's Knowlesy with that corner up towards the back post, and the ball becomes loose from this crowd here. Scottish strikes it, but he's hit the side netting. Good start to the game from both teams, nice and open, can't see this staying 0-0 for long. Here come Legends once again though, and it's number 11 bringing the ball forward. Not much pressure on him though, as he's allowed to cut it across the box towards number 4 on the edge, but he loses out to Liam. The loose ball is then picked up by the number 10. Liam does well to force him out wide towards the number 2 here. He looks up and sticks a dangerous ball into the box, but Rich is there to deal with that. Don't think he meant to clear it out for a corner. That's what we have to regroup and come up against now. Corner's whipped in towards the back post here. Number 15 gets his head to it, but that comes to nothing. Here's Tony now switching play over to this near side where Rich is. He gets it under control and sticks it forward towards Frank, and it's a first time ball. A lovely one, in fact, in between the defenders for Scottish, who gets behind the number 14 there, but he's called offside. You can't see it on camera. It didn't look like it, but the linesman's adamant, and that is who the ref is believing. Following that, our stand-in striker for today, Frank, is now making way for an actual striker in Connor. Moving on, Legends are coming forward again with that number 2 who's surging towards the edge of the box, but is brought down. I think it might have been Elliot. Pretty soft, but it is a free kick. Number 2 steps up, hits it, hits the wall, which completely takes the sting out of it, and that is straight into the arms of Jack. Time for another substitution. Knowlesy thinks he might have broke his toe. Let's hope not. He's coming off for Too Good. Here's the ball back with Jack now as he throws it out to this near side where Scottish is, and he immediately puts it over the halfway line up towards Connor, who's in plenty of space here. Doesn't look like the defender's tracked back. He then spots Lee in the middle. Doesn't look like it's going to go to him, but the defender has missed it. Lee's got it on the edge as he takes it past the number 12, hits it past the keeper, and that is into the back of the net. Lee's first goal for Palmers FC. It's just a friendly, not competitive, but we will celebrate that because that could be a sign of things to come potentially next season. If we look back at it again, I'm still confused as to why Connor had so much space. I don't know where the defenders were, but as he put the ball across, the camera doesn't quite catch it, but the number 12 did miss it there. Maybe he should have cottoned onto it, but Lee still had a little bit to do here as he hits it with the right. It's straight past the keeper, and he makes it 1-0 to Palmers FC. Well done, that man. Dan. And so we kick off. And straight away, they're looking to get back into this as number 4 plays it into number 2. A couple of step overs from him as he looks to get the shot in here, but that's blocked by Elliot. It falls back to the number 2 here, but Luke's on his case and wins it back for us. Another 50-50 for Luke here, and he wins it as well as Too Good takes over. Gives it to Luke, but the whistle goes. Dan's called it. He's first in line to help Elliot. It's one of those injuries that just take time. Straight into the stomach of Elliot there, and it was a hard shot as well. That's the type of player he is. He sticks his body on the line, and unfortunately every so often you're just going to have to pay the price. So while we wait for Elliot to sort himself out, the rest of the lads come off for a water break. But he doesn't give him long at all. He's back on his feet and ready to go. And so our Legends, as the ball's put in towards this back post here, over everyone's head, but number 11 picks it up on this near side, under pressure from Dan, who gets the tackle in here, wins the ball. But Legends not too happy with that challenge. It was from behind, so I could see the ref giving a free kick. He's not giving it this time, and Dan puts it out for a throw. 11's quickly off his feet though after Connor says something to him. He's walked straight up to Connor here. Nothing really happened though. It soon fizzles out, especially after his teammates send him on his way. Back to the game where Tomo's getting in the way, and the throw comes into the box, and that's headed away by Luke. Out towards Rich, who misses it here, but his touch falls to Scottish. He tries to clear it, but it's only as far as number 10 on the edge here, who turns away from Liam, but loses out to Elliot. And now we're on our way on a quick counter here. He's got Connor on the overlap, and he uses him as well as he makes his way towards the edge of the box here, and then the camera decides to stop recording. I don't know why. I'll have to look into that. But we continue play from the cross that went into Lee, but the defender dealt with it over that far side and put it out for the throw. Ball in the air now, which Luke latches onto and heads forward. Elliot attempts to get onto it, but it falls to a Legends defender who clears it long up the field. And now it's Dan being chased down by number 11 here. He's jumped up to win the header and fell very awkwardly there, and that does not look good.
You alright?
Yeah, cold.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. If we look at it back, you can see how quickly he's running here, and as he's gone up, he's sort of spun off of the back of Dan and landed awkwardly on his neck there, and you can see here he's just completely knocked out as his arm flops onto the floor there. At this stage, you're thinking he could have broke his neck, he could have done something to his spine, he could even be paralysed, you don't know. And this, unfortunately, is just one of those many things that can happen in football. Amazingly, though, after a minute, he did come around and got back up as well. He's obviously in a lot of pain here, looking like he might try and stretch it out and play on, but eventually decides to come off, and in the end, it was his final contribution to the game. Not 100% what it is he injured. I think it might have been his shoulder there, but whatever it was, we wish you all the best on the recovery. Back to the game now as the ball's played forward by Legends up towards the number 13, who slips it into the number 4. He gets past Dam, gets the shot in there, but Jack's there with a great save with his feet to send it over the bar for a corner. The corner's whipped into the box by the number 10 here. Jack gets a hand to it as it falls to number 11, who plays it back to the 14, who gets beyond Too Good, but not Rich as he clears it out. Throw into Legends on this near side, and Tomo's gone deaf.
Out the way, people. Out the way. 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 Out the way.
Sorry, that's talking.
Yeah, no, say out the way.
Throwing for us now, and it's Too Good, who spots the run of Luke as he gets it under, loses out first time, but gets it back, gets the shot in, but slices it wide of the goal. Not sure if I mentioned it yet, but it's a very hot day and water has just become available. The simple things in life. We've got throwing on that far side for Legends as Kieran jumps across the camera. It's headed up towards the edge where number 10 beats Liam to the ball. Scottish wins it though, but he does catch the number 10 who kicks out as well, but the ref's already given the free kick to Legends in a dangerous position. And after winning the free kick, it's number 10 that steps up to take this one. He hits it low under the wall, but Jack's equal to it. Been full of throws this first half, and here's a long one from Elliot into the box as number 12 completely climbs on Luke there. How the referee hasn't seen that, I do not know. Great position from the ref there, and he does actually put his whistle to his mouth, but decides to change his mind at the last second. I know it's only a friendly, but we're still here to win a game of football, and that should have been a penalty. And that in fact was the last incident of the half. That is half time.
Pretty much nothing.
Yep, good first half of football. I think Legends just edged it in terms of chances, but we have got the important goal from Lee there. Be interesting to see what happens in the second half. For now, though, it's time to refuel as we go up against a very tough side in what will be our final 45 minutes for a while. But as I say, plenty of Sunday League football content coming up on the channel over the course of the summer. So once again, make sure you're subscribed. We've also got a charity match on the 29th of July. So if you're in and around Manchester or you just fancy travelling up to see us, you're more than welcome to. £5 for adults, £3 for juniors. Hope to see you there. So it looks like everyone is out and ready for this second half. We're currently beating a very good side 1-0. Will it stay that way though? Let's find out.
It's the manager.
Boys, come on!
So we start things off with Connor, disappearing act. That's a free kick. And it's Tuka that stands over it as he flows it into the box. And you'll notice Kieran is on the pitch now. He's replaced Liam. He's number 5 for Legends, clearing it up the field towards the number 13. But Tuka's there to cut it out. He's playing right wing back at the moment. Falls to Tony, who plays the 1-2 with Luke. He's caught on the way through there, and that's brought back for another free kick. And so it's Luke that stands over this free kick as it's sent in towards the penalty spot. On the end of it is Kieran.
He's done us all.
That header actually clipped the post. Didn't realise it at the time, and the ball is still in play as Connor chases it down, but the defender gets it off him. That's out for the throw. It was a quiet 5 or 6 minutes in this game, but it soon opens back up as number 11 hits it from distance, but that's blocked by Dan there. Cleared out towards Connor, but he's forced back by the defender. Loses out as number 10 hits it first time from distance, but that's straight into the arms of Jack. We've got a throw in now from number 7 up the field as it's nodded on by the 15. Dan very close towards the number 10 there. In fact, these two played with each other back in the day for LTD, which of course was where this Palmer's FC team originates from, but the ref's given a free kick there. Not happy with the pressure that Dan put on, and so it's time to regroup and defend this free kick. Dan buying us a little bit of time there as he rolls the ball away. I've seen bookings for that. Careful, Dan. Anyway, eventually the number 10 puts it into the box. It's headed away by Elliot, but only as far as number 7 on the edge. He gets it under control, hits it, but it's Scottish that blocks that. Whether he wanted to or not, he had no choice. Not long after that, he's pulled up, a little bit winded, but he's all good to carry on. Here come Legends again, looking for an equaliser as number 7 puts it out to 13. He hits it into the box as it bounces up towards the number 11. It falls back to the 15. He was stretching here, and he sees his effort go over the bar as he completely kills the tree in the process. Here's Kieran now putting the ball forward up towards Lee and Connor here. Connor decides to leave it for Lee as he sticks it inside towards Connor. Looks to be in on goal here, but number 4 gets back with a good tackle. It bounces off of the defender, back to Connor, who can't get anything behind it, and that is straight into the keeper's hands. Once again, Legends come forward here as the ball's floated out to this near side where number 10 is. He gets it under and plays it up the field past Tony into the path of number 15, but he's being chased down by Dan, who's been so good recently, putting defenders under pressure, not giving them an inch of space, and he's doing exactly the same here as he puts that one out for a throw. The throw is taken by number 10, but it's poor marking. How have we not picked this guy up? Number 15 here is he's allowed to put the ball into the box there, but luckily for us, no one's on it, and that's straight into Jack's hands. Jack then quickly pumps the ball up the field towards Lee, who's on his own at this point, but he does have Connor in support, as you can see him running on there. Legends slowly getting men back in numbers as Lee does a couple of step overs, puts it inside to Connor. His controls let him down, but he's got a favour off of the defender there as it bounces off him. Connor then puts it across for Lee.
Oh my word!
Oh no, Nick ain't on, is he?
Good little joke from Liam there. No, Nick is not on the field. It is Lee. Unlucky, mate. As we come forward again with Elliot. He plays it up to Kieran. Good to have him back. Defender sticks his leg out there, but it goes under to Lee, who plays it inside towards Connor. As he gets a shot in there, it's a good tackle from the number 4 there, and that goes out for the corner. Another substitution now. Luke's making way for Liam, who's now back on the field. Looks like it's too good to take the corner anyway, and it's towards the back post. Kieran's there, but Scottish has got on his way. A free header from Kieran pretty much always goes into the back of the net, but we move on. It's with Lee, who slices his shot at the edge of the box. He's number 10 now, picking it up on this near side. He's got good feet on him as he looks to twist and turn around both Dan and Tony. He gets beyond Dan there, but Tony's having none of it. He puts that one out for the corner. Corner's whipped towards the edge of the box where the number 2 is, but Dan is chasing him down, putting him under pressure. And it looks like he's won it back here, but number 2 gets the challenge in there as Dan falls over. Still got it. Now they're all over each other. It could turn into a wrestling match. Nope, it has turned into a wrestling match. Number 2 sends Dan to the ground there. It's all good fun, and this break here allows us to get another couple of substitutions sorted. I reckon Nick probably only got out of bed about 10 minutes ago, and he's replacing Lee. Meanwhile, Knowles is back on the field now. Hopefully that toe's okay, and he's replacing Scottish, who's struggling to get his shirt off. Is he going to do it? Yep, there he is. Moving on, and in the middle of the park, we've got Elliot playing it back home to Liam, who takes a touch, looks up and puts it towards Nick. First touch for him as he sticks it out wide to Too Good, who's been up and down today. That's a dangerous ball into the box to Kieran, but he can't latch onto it. Number 5 now for Legends, sending the ball into the box from this throw. Elliot gets his head on it, and that goes straight through to Jack, who then pumps this up the field as it bounces once over the number 12's head here into the path of Nick, who gets it under control on the edge, hits it, but has sliced his shot well wide. He's number 10 now for Legends, dragging it back and looking to play it in towards the number 11, but Tony gets there ahead of him as he brings it away. He then looks to play it into Kieran, who's under pressure from a couple of players straight away, so he puts it back out to Tony here. He's now looking for another option, and he's got that in Connor on this near side as he sticks it over the top of the number 7. Connor gets it under control and puts a beautiful cross into the box, chested down by Nick.
Oh, he's done it.
Oh my word! Wow.
Come on, boys, you deserve that, eh?
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if this was a competitive game, this might have just gone down as the goal of the season. Unfortunately, it wasn't, but sometimes everything just comes together perfectly. Beautiful cross from Connor there. Nick, who's been out the night before, only just turned up and walked onto the field, chested down beautifully, and the volley into the back of the net, past the keeper and the defender there. And just a quick check, yep, he is wearing those magic boots from last season. That must be what it is. But magic boots or not, Nick's doubled our lead against a very good side in Legends, and what a way to, let's say, sign off this 2016-17 season. Time for another roll-on, roll-off sub. It's Tony for Lee, and he leaves Tony hanging, and so we kick off. And straight away, our opponents are trying to respond as number 2 cuts inside of Lee here. Does well to poke it through to the number 10, who flicks it up, hits it, but that goes wide of the goal. Here they come again now as the ball's picked up by the number 7 here. He cuts inside of Kieran on his left foot, hits it from distance, but that's definitely not troubling Jack. And that was pretty much it.
Yes, well played, boys.
There you have it. We sign things off with a 2-0 win, a worldie from Nick, and we bank another playlist on the channel. We've been going 4 years. We've filmed 3 of those. We've done the 14-15 season, the 15-16, and now the 16-17. Will you be back for the 17-18 season? I hope so. You don't want to miss it. And the only hint I'm going to give you, and I've said it before, there's going to be more Sunday League football. And apart from me, who's going to say no to more? You know, I've got to edit this stuff. As I say, it's not the end. We've got lots of content coming up over the next couple of months ahead of pre-season and then into the proper season. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow us on the socials as well. Thank you for all your support. And of course, I will see you in the next one.